Hi, guys. How's it going? Matt from Foul Ball Productions here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you're doing well. I'm doing phenomenally. Thanks. Thanks for asking. I know you were. I know you were concerned. So the Mandalorian. I'm seeing more and more videos online. People are talking about it. Is it the future of Star Wars? Can Jon Favreau save this IP? Will it maintain? What's going on with Baby Yoda? The biggest question I have is, do I even care? And I don't know. I'm not sure. If today's episode is any indication, then the answer is absolutely yes. Because episode 1 of season 2 was kick ass. Really, really liked it. Before we get into that, guys, do me a favor, please. Use your Jedi mind powers and press that like button down below. It means a lot. It means a whole heck of a lot. It's that is the currency with which small YouTubers like myself can grow and accrue and develop our brand and share it with more people. So any little bit helps, guys. So please press like, subscribe if you have not. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you're a new viewer, glad you're here. Thanks a lot. Hope you like the review. All right, let's get into it. Yeah, man, thought it was really, really good. I was a little miffed when they went back to Tatooine. I was like, again, but I got to be honest, it worked. I thought they explored a lot of things that I didn't realize I wanted to see. Like seeing the Sand People culture was pretty interesting. I liked seeing them explored. And I really liked that we went to a different city on Tatooine. Mos Pengu? What is it? Mos Plago. That was cool. That was interesting. I mean, we've only really seen 2 places on Tatooine, Mos Eisley and wherever Luke's from. I mean, maybe in the extended stuff it's there. I've never seen anything other than that. I thought it was really cool. I liked it a lot. So the episode starts off with Mando's going to this, like, I don't know if it's illicit or not, but it's some kind of fight between those green pig monster things from Jabba's palace. 2 of them are fighting it out with big battle axes. And then he's there to get information from some guy in the crowd. And, it looks like it's working out. And then it turns out the guy double crosses him because he wants Mando's Beskar armor, which was interesting. And of course, Mando fights his way out. It was pretty cool. It's pretty brutal. And he finds out about a Mandalorian on Tatooine. It's the only one he knows of. So he's got to go to Tatooine and meet the other Mandalorian. Something I liked about this, I was like, the story is motivating this, There's a few episodes in the first season that were like stagnant, that just kind of had to happen. At least when Mandalorian gets involved in these situations or this situation, it's out of story motivation. He's trying to find all the Mandalorians and get Baby Yoda to his people. I like that. I like that a lot. I think so now when something happens, it's a consequence of his choices and his actions instead of just like some occurrence that, happens to come his way, which is sort of dull. This is not. This is interesting. I like this a lot. One thing, though, I thought that was so stupid was when he gets into a big confrontation at the pig monster fight, they're punching him in the armor. They really got to stop doing stuff like that. It's really stupid. They also they did it extra poorly this time because one time the guy punched him in the face and in the armor and meant to, and then another time Mando used it as like a weapon. So the guy punched it and hurt his hand. Which one is it? And it should definitely not be, I'm intentionally punching you in the armor, because that is dumb. So when he gets back, when Mando gets back to Tatooine, he lands at the same spaceport or the same mechanic that he went to. And I was happy to see Amy Sedaris back again for her role. She's really good in that role. And I think with this particular episode, they cut down the member berries significantly. Not to say that they weren't there, but there was much less than, I think this was episode 5 of last season. And that, oh God, it was so ham-fisted. Just every single line of dialogue was a reference to the OST. We got it. We know it's Star Wars. Thank you. So Mando rolls into that little mining town, Mos Plago, and he's looking for the other Mandalorian. Turns out it's like this sheriff, this Marshal. He's not a Mandalorian. He just managed to trade for what looks like Boba Fett's armor. They say later in the episode that a Sarlacc pit was scooped out or carved out. Like they killed the Sarlacc monster in it and then excavated the pit or something. It's kind of vague, but maybe that's where he got the armor from. It could have been that the Jawas excavated a Sarlacc pit and then got Boba's armor. I don't know. So they don't really get into it. The thing is, I kind of wish it wasn't Boba Fett's armor because it doesn't really have to be to move the story. It could just be Mandalorian armor in general, but maybe it makes sense because it was on Tatooine. I don't know. I'm of two minds about it. It didn't ruin anything for me. So anyway, so Timothy Oliphant is playing this Marshal, and he's wearing the armor. It helps him keep order. They have this sequence where he kicked out this mining guild that took over the town, which is something I pointed out in one of my episodes, one of my other reviews that I think is an interesting idea to explore is the power vacuum that would result from the Empire not being there, even if it's temporary while the New Republic moves in. I think it's an interesting thing to explore because that happens in history. Once a power is knocked out, it takes a little while for a new power to get established. And in that vacuum, people take control. And they did that in this episode, which I thought was very smart, very clever. I like they did that. Timothy Oliphant had to step up and be this Marshal. And him and Mando are about to duel. They're about to draw guns on each other because he won't give the armor. And Mando's got a creed. He has to have it. And it was pretty tense. I mean, it's a really well-made episode. Has this cool, like, Western feel to it. You know, like this sort of sheriff. And the guy's got a draw on him. It's cool. It really worked. I liked it. So right in the middle of their drawdown, there's this giant sand monster kind of tears through the town and eats a bantha, which was pretty interesting. I'm like, sand monsters. I mean, sandworm, Dune, Beetlejuice. I don't know. I don't remember them being a part of Tatooine. It's weird to introduce it. But then as the episode went on, it really didn't bother me. And also the other thing too, another big monster, another giant monster they have to defeat. I don't know what it is about this episode, but all the things that I would have criticized, that I have criticized other episodes on, or I would jot down as a criticism, really work in this episode. The fact that it's all just a big side quest, the fact that it's a big monster battle, the fact that it's like a memberberry location. I don't know why, but this episode pops. It's all those elements really work. I don't understand why I feel differently about it, but the things I would have thought, like if you described that to me, I'd be like, oh, but watching it, no, it really worked. I liked it. So in order to defeat the sandworm, they have to employ the help of the Sand People, the Tusken Raiders. And the townsfolk don't really want to do that. And I like that. I thought that was interesting. I liked exploring the culture of Tatooine. I thought that was pretty cool. The kind of rift between the two species was interesting. And like they don't like him. And they both kind of have valid reasons to not like the other, which I thought was really cool. And then they had to put their differences aside and work together. It was interesting. I thought it was an interesting exploration of the cultures. It was fun. And it was cool to like hang out with the Sand People for a while. You never really get to do that. You just see them like for snatches of time, just like instants, you don't really get to explore their culture. And it was fun to do that. It was an interesting exploration of the world. So then there's the big fight, the big battle with the monster, with the sand monster. I got to tell you, I thought it really worked. I thought it was very interesting. I liked the way it looked. I thought it was it was shot. This episode was shot so well. It really looks cinematic. It had a grandiosity to it. Once again, I'm still not sure if that's a word. I should look that up. Grandiosity is a word. Nice. And so it did have that. It had a large scale. It had a good pacing. It was really well made. It was very well made. It felt like a film. It felt like a standalone film. It was really good. I don't know if that's what they're going for, if each one's supposed to be like a standalone vignette. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it because I think last season I was like, ugh. But if they're good like this, I don't have a problem with it. This is awesome. This is such a good episode. I really can't say much about, I don't really have any critiques to level at it. I like the sandworm. I like the sandworm had this like acidic bile that it just like vomited on everybody and like melted them. That was pretty cool. And it goes up through a mountain, which was interesting, but I was like, what is the mechanic that makes this thing move? It can go through solid rock. Even in Tremors, they're like, no. One thing I did think was stupid was Baby Yoda being there at all. He didn't contribute to the story much, and it was ridiculous that they would bring a baby to a confrontation like that, especially when you have an established character Amy Sedaris's character that loves Baby Yoda and probably would have gladly babysat him. It's one of those things that kind of defies logic and sort of takes you out of it while you're watching it. You're like, oh, it's like they never put Baby Yoda in peril. So, there's no concern there, but your instincts are like, a baby in a disaster. You want to keep it safe, but I just think they should just not do that. They should just get him out of the story for a while. He can't really, if he's not going to contribute, get him out. It's not a big deal. We get a lot of Baby Yoda. We're not going to miss him if he's gone for a half hour. It's no big deal. But I'm looking at my notes here. I really don't have much else to say. I thought the episode was excellent. I thought Timothy Olyphant really brought it. I liked the standoff between him and Mando. I liked the team effort. I liked how the battle didn't go well, with the worm, and they had to improvise and come up with a new plan, and it was like dangerous. I thought they could have killed more townsfolk. They killed a lot of Tusken Raiders, but not the townsfolk. I was like, that's a little racist. That's a little speciesist, because it was like, kill some people too, man. Don't just kill Tusken Raiders like just because they're disposable. You've given them a humanity. You can't just make them disposable. Like, they have needs and wants and feelings, so it seemed weird to just kill them and not the people, but minor critique. Excellent episode. Very refreshing from the last chapter, from chapter 8, which was terrible. This was great. I hope they're all like this. I hope they're all great episodes like this. And if they're going to be side quests, well, then they need to be done with this level of sophistication to make them compelling. And they're capable of it. I mean, I honestly think this episode is a step up from last season. The scale, like the way it was shot, was magnificent. It was blockbuster quality. Honestly, I mean, it was really just these big shots and patient and edited and plotted brilliantly. They really worked on this episode. You could feel it. You could feel it. This is it feels like a classic. It kind of feels embossed. Like this is like a crowning achievement of this show. Yeah, if I was gonna try to sell someone on this show, if I wanted to pick an example, I would definitely pick this episode. Yeah, man, that's it. I really don't have anything else to say. It was awesome. Check it out if you haven't. It was really an excellent episode, a really strong start to the new season. Great rebound from chapter 8. Yeah, I liked it. I hope that the rest of the season is this good, because this was remarkable. All right, guys. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys checking me out. Be sure to press like on it. Means a lot. Helps the video grow. Helps people see it. You don't care. I know. I get it. We're tired of hearing it from every creator. Can you subscribe, share, and go to my channel, go to my Patreon? Oh, we know. We get it. But I got to ask, because it helps, and I need you to do it. Because how else can I grow? How, I ask you. Yeah, so like and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys all in the next review. Be well. Bye.